Hi, this is Pastor Ted Marshall. We got a special message we're going to be talking to you about, and that is the Frogman Dogman Swim. Before we do that, I'd like to just say this is our way of raising money for Veterans Radio Ministry, which is a 501c3. I'd like to tell you a little bit about why we do it and what it's for. We call it the Frogman Dogman Swim, and the reason for that is, first of all, the Frogman part is to honor a World War II veteran who was a frogman and passed away a few years ago, and that was my father. And Bill Marshall was a Navy frogman. He served in the Pacific Theater in World War II, and actually was swimming in the Bay of Japan and putting landmines on enemy ships. He also was involved in many of the island hopping missions. And one of the islands and one of the places that he was involved with was a place called New Guinea. And that was a very interesting story he told about that. But I do this to honor him and also to honor our Father above. To prepare for a swim like this, it's like a marathon, except for it's a swimming thing. We have to change our diet. We have to exercise properly. We have to do swimming, of course, swimming training. And it starts 3 to 4 months before we actually do the swim. And we are at this point now where we're able to try to put the date together that we're going to do the swim. Last week I completed 104 laps. It takes 104 laps to complete the swim, and part of my training I build up to do that. But I would like to talk a little bit about the swim itself. And in Thessalonians 2:12, walk worthy of God who calls you into his own kingdom and glory. Preparation, but making sure that you've got the right attitude, and that first of all, that you're trusting in the Lord that this is going to happen. I know at times, personal experiences where I've done this swim, and you get to a point like you hear the marathon runners talk about it and the long distance swimmer talk about it. There's a certain point when you get to where there's a wall that you don't think you're going to make it any further, that you're starting to feel cramp, or you're starting to lose your energy, and your mind starts to say, I don't think you can do it. This is a hard thing to overcome. And when we prepare ourselves, it's the same as spiritual values, how we have to prepare ourselves by the training and by the exercise and by all the steps that we need to take and the diligent work to get this done. Sometimes that's not enough. I know in my own experience, I've come across where we've done, I think this is about the 6th year that we've done the 5K swim. And I know that each time there's a place in that swim where either I'm starting to get a cramp, or I'm starting to wonder if I'm running out of energy. And I know that there's people standing there encouraging me, that we've had friends that have come out, and church and other Christians that have come out and stood by that pool and cheered me on. And you can't hear that much when you're in the water, but every now and then when I lift up to turn around, to change, when I get to the end of the pool and have to flip and go the other way, I can hear them. And I tell you what, that encouragement and just knowing that they're there means so much. In my case, I know I'm not only hearing them cheering, but I feel in my heart that I'm being watched from above. I know that Jesus is watching over me, and he's saying, you've got this, you can do this. I hear that voice in my head. I hear it, and I feel it in my heart. And the other thing that I hear is a gravel voice of an old frogman saying, you can do it. Keep going. Keep going. Don't wimp out. You can do. You got this. And of course, that's my dad. One that taught me how to swim when I was 2 years old, taught me how to snorkel when I was 6, taught me how to scuba and get into scuba when I was 12. Yeah, I know when I was born, he looked to check to see if I had gills. He was kind of disappointed, I think, that I didn't. But we do this, and this struggle is ongoing. You know, life is an ongoing struggle. You may be struggling today. You may be wondering if you can make it. Well, you can. You may be thinking, well, did I prepare myself? If you have the Lord and you've been preparing yourself, he's got you. Don't doubt him. But part of that preparation is getting into the Bible. Part of that preparation is praying. And part of that preparation is, of course, understanding that you're his, that he cares for you, he loves you always, and he's got your back, and you're going to get through it. Trust and love. Walk worthily or swim worthily. This is Pastor Ted. Please keep notice, and if you would, spread this to your friends. Let them know. We will send you the notifications and when we're going to have the exact date. If you take a look here, here's some of my Christian friends that help support and cheered us on. There's Drew right there in the black shirt, and that was after I finished the event. Pastor Dave and his wife and other folks that are there are just wonderful, wonderful people. And that pool is a half Olympic sized pool. So down and back is a complete lap. So that's 104 laps that we have to complete that to get to swim. We are just so blessed. And that, first of all, that we live in a place where I can train, I can do the swim. I'm able to do this each year. And as soon as we fix the dates, it should be within the next 2 to 4 weeks that we're going to get this going, that we'll be able to let you know. But thanks again. God bless you. And we will talk to you soon.